What's up, everybody? It is Ugly Strew here, and today I just want to bring to your attention the new KeyForge crowdfunding campaign for the latest set, Shattered Reality. Shattered Reality will be the 11th major KeyForge set released following the Draconian Measures set that just came out this past spring. I previewed a couple of Shattered Reality spoiler cards in my unwrapping video of my Draconian Measures custom deck last month, and all of the cards really had me giddy and excited for the next set. And today, I'm here to spoil two new cards never seen before for Shattered Reality. Now, before we get into the spoilers, I just want to go over a few new and returning mechanics we'll be seeing in Shattered Reality. The first mechanic we'll be seeing is grafting. This isn't completely new, as we may have seen it in on some anomalies in the past, and it is in the Master Rulebook, but I believe it will be much more common in the next set. Grafting is essentially what Cauldron does, if you're familiar with that card. When you graft a card, you take the card from the specified location and you place it face up under the card's destination. And just for rules clarification, grafted cards are not considered to technically be in play, and when the card that it's grafted onto leaves play at all, the cards underneath are placed into its owner's discard pile. So it's a pretty simple mechanic. Now, grafting could allow for some wild and unique combos and just very devastating effects. Now, I may eat my words here, but as of right now, I'm a big fan of the graft mechanic. I think it's really good for the game because it allows players to sort of construct and tune their combos with a bit more control, I think. And not only that, but it's a fairly basic mechanic with a very high ceiling for power. It doesn't have that unfitting complexity that Prophecies had, and doesn't have like the clunkiness of things like the Tide from Dark Tidings. It's simple to learn, easy to understand, but has some serious potential. Aside from grafting, we'll also be seeing the return of leader cards. Leaders are very powerful creatures that really shine when they're in the center of your battle line. Now, leaders debuted before my time in the game. I believe they debuted in like Worlds Collide, so I never really got to see them used much, but I'm very excited to see them making a comeback. Some examples of leader cards I've seen before are Captain Valjericho, Lord Invidious, El Despair. All of them have like very strong effects, but you need to be careful to keep them in the center of your battle line. Battle line arrangement seems to be becoming more important as sets go on, especially when Skyborn got introduced, so I think this is going to tack on levels of strategy that will raise the game's skill ceiling even more, and decision making will be much more crucial when you're playing your creatures. I think I like the concept of leaders more than Gigantics personally. I'm going to get a lot of crap for that, but Gigantics just seem a bit clunky and too weak to common creature control cards like De-Escalation or a Gift of Amber or something. They're very easy to pop and get rid of. So it takes two cards, essentially three cards out of your deck to just get popped by some easy creature control. Now, while their effects may be stronger in some cases, I think that they're just like a bit too difficult to play for what they really are, and leaders only take up one card slot instead of the three when you include the Gigantic Searcher, so this will open up space in the deck for just more impactful cards. Mercenaries are a new mechanic that we'll be seeing as well that we don't currently know much about at the moment, but I'm very excited to see them. Now, Mercenaries appear to be Logos and Sanctum creatures that survived the Purge and will be ultra rare cards that may appear in decks under a random house. I think these will kind of work like Maverick cards do, but just specific to Logos and Sanctum. I think these will be sort of like chase cards like the Sky Beasts were in Amber Skies, but I'm really hoping that they'll only be including like the better creatures in the two houses. Like a Mercenary Neutron Shark would be absolutely sick, but I'd rather not see something like Quantum Mouse or Bulwark make a comeback into any of my decks. Regardless, I'm really interested to see what Ghost Galaxy does with Mercenaries thrown into the algorithm, and yeah, I'm super excited to see them. Lastly, full art decks will be returning. I didn't get my hands on any of these in the latest set, but the ones I did see online looked absolutely stunning. I'm hoping that these will be a bit more common, or at least be a stretch goal in the next campaign, because I am very excited to get my hands on a couple of these, at least for the latest set. Now, without any further yapping, let's get into the spoilers. Our first card we have today is an Ouroboros creature in the common slot called Viridian Tempest. This is a pretty standard creature which just says, after Reap, if you're overwhelmed, gain 1 Amber. Now, it seems a bit underwhelming at first, but with the many Ouroboros cards that sort of let you ready an exhausted creature, or maybe even with the ability to use it off-house, you can really burst down for a lot of Amber, which is, I think, what the Dragon House really needs. I felt like in Draconian Measures, Ouroboros felt really slow and a bit clunky when it comes to gaining Amber. I think that creatures like this can really help with those issues, and it's printed at common, so having multiples of these could be pretty threatening. Also, I absolutely love the artwork on this card. Shout out to Javi Planas for this one. This one is phenomenal. Our second card is a Brobnar creature, also in the common slot, called Unstoppable Jax. This one reads, after fight, graft an enemy creature onto another enemy creature. I really like this card. It may seem a bit slow, but I think Brobnar needed some more hard creature removal from card effects. This card will allow you to snipe down a big creature by just throwing it underneath a small creature, and then you can hit it with just about anything, like a Berserker Slam or whatever. I think it would be better as a before fight, but at the same time, I think that might make it a bit too powerful. Also, what's really cool about this card is that you can graft creatures underneath other creatures that don't necessarily have a graft effect, so the target just becomes kind of a dead card. I'm not sure how this will work with warded creatures though. I believe if a creature has ward and is targeted by this effect, it just removes the ward, but we'll have to wait for the updated rulebook to confirm that, I think, unless someone else in the comments can clarify how ward works. Also, you can use this card's effect to manipulate people's combos they're trying to build with grafted creatures. There's just like a lot of versatility with this card, and I think being printed at common will be a really fun card to play with. At 7 power too, it's pretty scary. It's a pretty scary creature to see down on the field, and it feels a bit more impactful compared to most of the older Brobnar creatures that don't really feel like they do anything. But yeah, that's all I've got today, folks. Thank you for watching, everybody. I want to give a big thanks to Ghost Galaxy for allowing me to preview these cards for y'all. Just please be sure to check out the latest campaign for Shattered Reality. I'll leave a link in the description below. And like always, if you're a KeyForge fan, it's definitely worth backing early and getting those stretch goals, custom decks, and really all the additional benefits you get for backing. I'm super excited to get my hands on this set and really looking forward to creating more KeyForge content for y'all in the future. So take care, everybody, and happy forging.